Hello, everyone. Hi, this is actor Dan Unger, today called ex-action star, getting back into the game, martial artist, and I'm proud to say that I will be a part of the movie Sell It to the End in LA. Might change it to Sell It to the End, Florida, or whatever, but regardless, it's going to be one of the best action films in the world. This man right here, Mike, better known as AKA James Marlon Dean, contacted my agent. I looked at everything; it was fantastic. And then I pitched it over there to Gary, and we're just forming this and putting it all together. And really appreciate and love all your support out there. So when we do get the websites up and running, there will be links placed on the bottom. I will be doing a national radio show coming up where there'll also be mentioning the links and all that stuff for the fundraisers and all that stuff for promotionals, and also to make the funds, to get the funds for the trailer. And then at that point there, me and him will team back up again, and we'll start filming up this trailer with the actors that are going to come forth. And got anything to say with that, Mike?
Yeah, well, the movie within itself, it's the eye. Like I say, it's a multi-million-dollar winner. Jean-Claude Van Damme even said it himself when I was talking to him on chat a few times. This is great. It's a blockbuster himself. He used his own words. I talked to Stone Cold Steve Austin, who said it was also a blockbuster. I even spoke with Sylvester Stallone, who said here his exact words. It came back. He said, "Very nice, sweet." Okay, his exact words. Okay, and so I mean, coming from these kind of people, I mean, why would they say that? Okay, if it wasn't. I mean, these people have been in the movie business for years, and they're not going to go back and say something about something unless they know for sure that it's the real deal. Okay, that's the bottom line. So because their names are on, I'd say their names are on it. They're not going to give somebody a hook or any kind of praise for anything unless the potential is there. I wouldn't if I was a mainstream actor and I was a Hollywood legend. You think I would say that? If I thought the movie was shit, I'd say this was a crock of shit. I don't want it. I wouldn't even involve myself in it. I would not have anything to do with them whatsoever. I mean, let's face it. So the credibility of the opinion in the star power names is what's going to fuel the movie, because if they have involvement in the movie and they feel it's going to be a winner and they feel it's a blockbuster hit and they feel that it's going to go, hey, guess what? I rest my case. That's it.
Yeah. Also, the actors that he was mentioning at this point in time, it's just letter of interest. They are interested, and based on the trailer and based on the funding and all that, then if they're free, for an example, if Jean-Claude's tied up with a movie, he can't commit, then we move on.
It's timing.
Then we move on, and it's all about timing. And once we form our team and everything's in place, then we'll have our shooting dates and times, and we'll know, okay, for 5 months or 4 months, we're doing this, and we're all there. Boom, 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 boom. It's like Johnny Depp, going back in time, I got very sick, and he didn't know how bad, and he was going to put me in John Dillinger. He was even going to fly me out and all this stuff, and with all the crap in my life, but Johnny's got a very, very good heart. He said everything that's happened to me, he wanted to help me, and it's well deserved, for actors to help actors. And the way he said that was because it made him feel bad, because over the years I've helped many actors, and some of them have actually just turned their back on me because they didn't understand. I had this gadolinium poisoning, which caused me to lose my hair, which I'm trying to get back. But,
Can I just say something for a second?
Yes, you can.
Okay. If you want to see a definition of solid to the end, and there's a dictionary in the world that could conceive all this, it's got solid to the end with his picture underneath it, guaranteed. I'll give him that, 100%.
Yeah, and with Johnny Depp, and from my heart to his heart, love the man like a brother. Unfortunately, at that time period, I got really sick and I could not make the trip. But it would have been honored, for me to work with Christian Bale and him, and Mike over here. He's a professional as well, and it's going to be a team of professionals, and we just want to get this stuff done.
Not only that. Let me say this:
Yes.
is that for you, his ship is finally come in, and it's his turn to take the ball and run with it. Okay, he's waited all his life for this shot. So have I. So is this man here, and it's now our time to go. That's it, straight up.
Exactly, and also I've lost so much over the years. Going through a terrific, crazy divorce, and can't really get into detail, and the loss of my son, and losing everything. And I found out with Hollywood could be your best buddy, or it could be
Best
bad.
enemy.
Hollywood could be evil if you let it get you. So the best way to do it is just pick up your arms, walk forward, think about what you're doing, and go for it. Do your own stuff. Show Hollywood that you still got it in you. Push, push, push. For a great example, and this is a true fact, Jean-Claude, when he came over, he was a taxi driver, and he suffered.
Same as myself.
He pushed, he pushed, he pushed, he pushed. He had to sacrifice his dogs. He had to sacrifice his birds.
Bird died.
I'm not sure about the bird dying, but he had to sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice. And then once he got going, one good thing about Jean-Claude, he remembered everybody who stood there with him. Everybody else that did not stand with him, done. Van Damme is one of the greatest men, most kindest, hardest men in the world that you ever meet. But trust me, if you cross anybody, it's done. Once they do that, it's done. Like Stallone gets his team together, it's a team forever. Clint Eastwood gets a team, it's forever.
Burt Reynolds, same.
Burt Reynolds, it's forever. These actors, they go out there, they do their stuff, they get their notch, and then once they got it, they form their own teams, they make their own stuff, and it's the fans out there. It's the people like you that go to the post office. Yeah, hey, yeah, Bush. There you go, post office. It's fans like you that go out there and go to the movies. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even be here. And two, if it wasn't for the background actors, the background and all that, and the lighting people,
Yep.
we could not make a movie. It's all all about you guys. It's all about the fans. It's all about your hearts. It's all about action. It's just all about everything in between. And God bless all of you for that. And I'm sure Mike's got something to say, but I know Gary over there, he's itching to talk. So
I just like to say one thing. Like Dan was saying, you get knocked down. How many times has Burt Reynolds been knocked down? The charisma the man has is unbelievable. Gets knocked down, comes back again. Gets knocked down, comes back again. That's the whole issue there. We all got knocked down. We're coming back again, and working with all these people is going to be great. And the movie sounds really, really good.
Sylvester Stallone made a comment on my page, and there's some things that when people say something, it hooks and it sticks in my mind. There's a lot of bullshit talk out there, okay, and most of the stuff that you hear, you don't even take it to heart. But if a statement is made and it really hits hard, it hits in your brain and it sticks there. For example, he said, it's not how hard you can hit, but it's how hard you can hit and keep on going.
yeah, how hard you could take the hit and get up and keep going.
And keep on going. How hard you can take the hit.
So yeah, Stallone's had a really hard life growing up. It's not been peaches and candy and all that.
Same.
Many people with him, he's helped. They ditched him, but Stallone's got a great heart. Stallone has, in the past and in the future, because I know what he does. He'll actually reach down to an actor and he'll pull him back, and he'll like, hey, and he will put him into a movie, and he will help them get back on their feet. Once he does that, he releases.
Takes him under his wing.
Yeah, damn near all the crew on Expendables. I mean, Mel Gibson, Gunner on the helicopter.
Yep.
Gave him back his self-esteem, gave him back stuff that he needed to do in life to make him feel like a man again, because the news media cut the man down. Yeah. And Stallone changed all that when he brought him back. So God bless you, Stallone.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke too.
He did it for Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
He did it for Wesley Snipes. So remember one thing: if you want to become an actor, do what we're doing. Get off your ass. If you got to go to classes, fine, do it. If you got to do background, do it. If you get the newspaper, do extras, do background, do commercials.
Do what you got to do.
Earn your stripes. Walk, beg, whatever. Don't steal, but work, beg, and keep going. And one day, if it's a lot of sacrifice, but one day you will make it. Just keep going, and then you work until you form your own style, and then you'll have other actors that will join your style, and then you can form your own team, and here you go. This is what you got, So Mike's still waiting over there, but I'm going to turn it over to Gary. So
I'll shut up for a while you talk.
take on, Gary.
Well, it's a real pleasure to hear these things that Mike's saying. We all try really, really hard. We all been bumped off the track, and it's just like a locomotive getting off the track. Another one comes along, picks it up, puts it back on the track. Same thing Dan was saying. There's so many actors that we see every day that people condone. Why do they condone them? You're just as bad as they are. Why do you condone them? Pretty soon they're back on the track. They're doing good. You already forgot what they did. So, you got to give
It's
these
like
people
him.
credit.
He was Tarzan. I actually, when we were talking last night, remember I said to you, I remember seeing him when I was like back in the 70s in the Tarzan movies. Not Tarzan movies, but that was a sitcom, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was on every week. And I can still see him now with I'm not going to do the cat call. Why don't you do it?
No,
Can you still do it?
No.
I'm not even going to try. So
You're not going to do Tarzan for us.
There's no.
Yeah.
I have to practice it. I'm not going in front of that camera.
It's a yodel.
Is it? Yeah.
It's a yodel.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And but hey, we love you. Thank you for your support. And like I said, if you want to be an actor, put in the time, think, get a newspaper, put in the time, earn your stripes, and keep going. To become an actor, to get your card, it all depends what you put into it. I sacrificed, I pushed, and I pushed, and I pushed to get mine. And I am proud to say I still have it.
Yeah, I got his old one. He gave it to me for a souvenir.
I still have my
great.
card.
That's great.
And this card here is my life. Without this card, hell, I'd probably be in prison. It's an actor. I could be I could be a cop. I could be a lawyer. I could be a bad guy.
Anybody
I
you
could be
want
an
to.
ambulance driver. I can take an AK-47 and blow a building up. I can be John Dillinger or whatever. And
The world's a stage. We're all performers. Where do you want to perform? It's up to you.
yes, and the cool part is all the world and law enforcement's watching me do it. Get out in my car and burn sideways and jump shit.
Well, you're going to have that in the movie. You're going to get a chance. When I wrote that up, dude, you're going to have a chance to show your colors all the way to the bank and then some, with all the hits, all the explosions, and all the car stuff with your stunts and everything else. Here, you can shake my hand.
Yeah, he just reminded me of
This is the
something.
man right here,
There's the man
baby.
right
Watch
here.
out.
And all
He
these
just-
actors out there, this guy makes you look good. Don't forget that, okay? Because without him, you would not look good. Never
Yeah,
forget it.
he just reminded me of two things. I
Yes.
did What Happens in
Finally.
Vegas stays in
I would
Vegas.
want to say that.
What Happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I was Rob Cordy's stand-in, and everything that he did, I did first, and then it came over to the martial arts fighting, and that went on to Dwayne Johnson, Return to Witch Mountain, fight coordinator and cab driver, 875. I got to smash like 17 cabs, setting it on fire and all that other stuff. We had a couple other stunt guys do the same thing, but it's when they trust you and they say, do this, and trust me, if you write this shit down and it turns out to be a lie, and one day they call you on it, well, it's showtime, and if it ain't right, they will fire you.
After the movie Solid to the End is done, which it will be, I firmly believe that this will happen. This man here, what I want to do is I want to take the stuntmen of Hollywood and I want to showcase and do a documentary on him to show what their position is in the movie world, and to show how important it is to have these people there to make you actors out there look sensational and succeed the way you do. Because without these guys, you'd be shit out of luck big time.
There you go back again to Burt Reynolds and Dara Robertson. Look at the man was a great stunt man.
Yes, he was.
They're the foundation to your character, as far as I'm concerned.
And I'm going to give a quick shout out to Dwayne Johnson, better known as The Rock.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother? I said, you're up in Florida. I said, well, we filmed in Las Vegas, and I lived there most of my life. Filmed up there with Jean-Claude off I-15 out in the middle of the desert, which was called like South Africa. But, of course, it was Las Vegas. And the cool part about that movie, when he crawled up, that was actually Lake Mead. Of course, it wasn't South Africa. But with the power of the camera, you could be anywhere in the world. And I know you live up in Florida, so, make sure you inbox me and give me a shout out. I'd love to talk to you again and, maybe go out and hang out or something. But it's all about, love and all that. It's like when I work with Nick Cage on the movie Next. They did cut some of the parts out, but I was the cop that tracked him in the very beginning of the movie and followed him in. And he had 2 minutes of leeway so he could see the future. And in the movie, I can clearly see that he was right, so I turned my back and I let him go. And then in the movie, he sees this robbery of what's going on. He sees it go down, and he comes back and he stops it. So it's the power of power of the actor, power of the music, power of the action,
Power of the performance, yeah.
The movie Con Air. I was a stunt guy in that with Nick Cage's stuntman's coming up on the Metro Harley bike, right down Fremont Street, and I had to exactly jump out of the way within mere seconds of him hitting me, and he's trucking about 30 miles an hour. Yeah, one time my foot hit the mirror of the bike, but stuff happens, but it came out good. 1 or 2 takes and we're good, and just keep pushing, and I believe you guys will make it. If you really want to be an actor, just show the producer what you do. And if you do any background work, do not hang around with a bunch of clowns. Get your team doing background, go into the tent area, get your team into the side. Be smart, be prompt, because the director does send spotters in there, and he will go, sleep, he's asleep, that guy's a jerk off, this guy, oh shit, what's going on in this corner here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's right. We want him and him and him and him. Come with me. What he's doing is he's putting you on set as a background, and he's positioning you, and trust me, he's got an interest. He's watching. He is watching. Now, if something goes down where he thinks he can throw a line, he could throw you a line. But you're not going to get that if you're hanging with a bunch of clowns. Is that correct?
I agree.
Profound statement, my man.
So, keep doing your stuff, and God bless, and peace. And I will be uploading this video very, very soon.
I'd like to say a shout out to my people in Buffalo. Mike, Danny, Bob. So maybe we could get you to come down. We'll see.
All right, guys. God bless. Power to the people. And to my brother Jean-Claude. Love you, brother.